Okay. Things look like they're happening, but the stream is not great. It's very slow. Very choppy. See if I can improve that at all. Do I have anything? Let's close that and close that and close that now. Keep it open. Something more bin while we're here. Got a lot of stuff in there. How's everybody doing today? We having a good start to the week. Second week of 2021. Almost called it 2020. We're gonna do the usual, wait for a few minutes, have a bit of a cover of what we're doing today. Let's just make sure sound's coming through. Like it. Levels sound not too bad. If the music's too loud or if the levels are out, just say we'll get them changed. Let's just real quick pull up, not that one, QuickTime Player, because I want to record this normally. Screen recording, gonna record the full screen. Bam. Let's make sure my sound's off on my phone as well so that doesn't give me feedback. Okay, so we're going to do a short one today because I'm tired and I don't want to spend too long doing stuff on this right now, but the general idea for today, we're a little bit early on starting as well, earlier than the usual 8 o'clock start. So potentially there may be more people show up at 8 as well. But back on track. Objective for today is going to be some artwork again, but specifically for the game. So we're going to be doing a sort of mock-up for the first area of the game, which I've got a name for now, or at least a pool of names, which I'll be talking about in the video that's going up later this week, either on Friday or on Saturday. And it's going to be another more talky video because it is kind of, you know, less actual development stuff, just because I've been taking it easy going back into the new year. But we're gonna be creating a mock-up for this first area called the Undergrowth, which is the bottom floor of the tower, and a kind of foresty, lush underground forest type area. So we're gonna be creating some mock-ups for that. I'm gonna start off by just naming this background layer background. So if you were in the last stream, we were doing some stuff with Draw This In Your Style with Haiku, and that was pretty fun. A little more interesting to look at than the constant sitting around in mono-develop doing C# stuff as well. So I figured we'd do something similar again today, because I'm still in the process of doing a recenter and refiguring out what I'm going to be doing with things post-game crash and corruption. So let's not waste any more time, let's get right into it. Style-wise, I want to go with a flat looking thing similar to, or pretty close to, in fact, to Alto's Adventure and Alto's Odyssey. I think these games are gorgeous in terms of the simple color palette and the flat scheme, simple shapes. It's really nice, and especially with me not being an artist, keeping with these kind of simple simple visuals is gonna be beneficial, because it means I can keep the kind of that kind of look and finish that I want to go for, that looks clean and professional, but I can be doing that without needing to put loads of effort into art and having to be in a position where I'm, you know, amazing at visuals, because I'm not very good at graphics. Let me just sort out some tabs on my computer real quick so my fans don't go crazy. It's on my laptop that I use for monitoring the YouTube chat. Hello Arthur, how's it going? Just saying, we're doing more art today. Right, so that's that, and also Neversong is a good point of reference as well. Thomas Brush, this entertaining man over here. It's got this nice 2D Illustrator kind of look and feel to it, although he uses Photoshop, not Illustrator. So then he still manages to get these really nice clean kind of aesthetic to his games, and these nice sort of dreamy ethereal finish. So we're going for something in the realms of these two games, and because it's an undergrowth kind of green feeling thing, we're going to go with stealing a colour scheme from Hollow Knight's Green Path. Yeah, stream is pretty choppy. I'm watching it back. I'm kind of hoping it'll get better, because let's minimize that. I'm looking at my OBS and it's not doing great. The Wi-Fi's clearly decided to start having problems again. So it's probably not a bad thing that we're doing a shorter stream today. Hopefully it does pick up a bit though. It shouldn't matter too much, seeing as we're not doing gameplay stuff. If anyone's interested in how I've done something and it gets cut out by the stream, just pop a message in chat and I'll get on to just talking about that. But there's not much I could do about it at the moment, unfortunately. My ISP is just naff. So what we're gonna do, Adobe has this fantastic little online tool called the Adobe Color Picker, or Adobe Color Wheel, color.adobe.com. And there's a normal color wheel on here which lets you just pick, you know, color schemes based on different relation rules, different color theory rules, complementary, opposite colors on the wheel, split complementary. Gives you like some nice split opposites, and you can change the distances that they are, and all sorts of fun things like that. But we're going to be using this extract theme tool that it comes with to steal the colors out of Green Path, basically. So I want something that's got some good greens in it. Got some good greens, but it's also got these blues and the kind of cold dark bits. So we can keep to that. If any of you follow me on Instagram and stuff, you will know that I've already recreated the player character, and we're going to drag and drop him in actually. Let's see if I can do that as a... let's close that one and see if we can reopen it over here, please. Here we go. I've got a little... Whoops. Not like that. Stop. There we go. I pressed the wrong key. Space. There we go. Little bloke with his little eyes and his little helper. So this is our new player character, and I've started doing some animations and stuff, but I'm going to be redoing a lot of it for the video next week and making progression on improving the game. So what was I doing? Going into my files, going to Shiba Dog, not branding, game projects, tower climbing 1, art development, player design.png. I think that's actually got all the transparency. Perfect. Let's just whack him in here. Is he gonna let me? Yeah, lovely. So here's our little little player man. Let's scale him down a bit. So he's in 4K. I wonder if, yeah, of course it won't, because it's Illustrator, so it won't give me any weird pixel issues. So yeah, like I say, we're working in 4K. I want to think about how many units I want in a screen with this. So if we go with, what's the width of 4K? It's like 318E, 3180, I think. Can you confirm me for that? Confirm that for me, even. I think it's 3140. Let's give it a Google. $3840. So if we had 10 units across, then it would be 348 pixels would be the width of one unit. Am I creating a background? Yes, partially. We're doing a mock-up of what World 1 will look like. So it's got elements. In terms of the main play area, there's a general rule which most people follow, and I'm going to follow as well, that the walkable areas should be easy to see, and that makes sense. They should be different and clear from the background. So all of the background the play area elements are going to be the same color as the player character here. This kind of dark. It's actually like a greeny black. So they're going to be somewhere along those lines. What did I say? 3840. So 3840, and I want 20, so we're going to divide that by 2, which is 150 plus 40, 190, 1920, I think. Oh, that makes sense, doesn't it? Because it's, yeah. Ugh. So we're going to do 192 by 192 pixels to create this new square, which I'm going to just do a color pick on like that. So this gives us our 1 unit reference, which means I can get the player to scale with it. I want the player to be just slightly taller. Yeah, it is for a 2D game. So have you watched the devlogs that we've got on the channel? If not, welcome. It's nice to see you here, but this is all progress for the game that I'm working on at the moment, which is a 2D roguelike. Which does now, like I said at the start of the stream, have a name, but I'm not releasing it yet because I'm going to talk about it in the video that I'm posting up later this week. Oh, nice. Well, welcome, man. Welcome. Always happy to see new people. Feel free to hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the stream. But no, yeah, it's a 2D game using Unity, because of all the engines that are free, Unity is the best one for 2D, I think, and I know it the best. I know Godot or Godot or whatever it's called is well, especially for 2D, but I know nothing about how to use it, but I've been using Unity and programming in C# since I was about 12 years old, so Unity is easier for me to use. We're using Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator to do the visuals. Animating stuff in Unity, and I think that's about it. Music and stuff I'm doing in Logic Pro. But yeah, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, just as a recap then, in that case, the objective of this is to kind of create a vision for what the first world of this game will look like. So it works in a tower progressional system where you're trying to climb from bottom to top rather than going from left to right. And I want to split that into different worlds. And the first world of that is going to be this place called the Undergrowth, which is similar to Hollow Knight's Green Path in terms of its visual style and colours. And we're going for a similar art style to Alto's Adventure, with this nice flat backgrounds and Neversong's dreamy atmosphere. So that's what we're going to try and achieve in give or take an hour and a half today. I usually stream for 2 hours, but I'm quite sleepy today, so I'm only going to do the one, so I can catch up on some other things as well this evening. So now we've got our reference for scale. I'm just going to take this layer. I think I've stuck that on the background layer. Yeah, we're going to take that out of there and create a new layer called play zone, I guess. Paste them back in. Let's stick them back in the corner. Cool. And then, so this background layer, we're going to have like a gradient kind of hue between this aqua type nice looking green color and a dark blue to get a kind of sky vibe going. And we'll create a sun as well because suns are nice. Let's have a look here. So cool. We can keep you on for the whole thing. Nice. Yeah, hopefully you learned something from it. I mean, that's kind of one of the main objectives I want to have with this channel, is not only getting feedback for my work and my game, but also trying to help other people who are wanting to do the same things achieve stuff with their games. So yeah, hopefully it's interesting and insightful for you. For context as well, for people on Twitch who are new as well potentially, I stream on both Twitch and YouTube, so I'm monitoring 2 chats at the moment. Currently don't have it on screen, like you'll see by my overlay that I've got. I haven't considered a stream overlay, chat overlay anywhere, so I'm not fussing with it at the moment. I'm just keeping it simple, and I'll answer questions as they come in and have conversations as they come in wherever. So if it doesn't make sense, assume it's from the other streaming platform. Right, so I'm trying to pick out a picture that's got that kind of nice look that I want. Something preferably with a good amount of the background in there, something like this. This is a good one. So I'm going to save this image and that'll download it. We're going to call it color reference undergrowth like that. So this has a lot of the colors that I want to be using, and once that's downloaded, we'll head over to that color.adobe.com on the extract theme, and we literally just have to go in here and drag and drop that image, and it picks out the colors for us, which is awesome. We've got options down the side for the kind of scheme we want. So if you want a brighter set of colors, it'll move about and select you some brighter schemes, which I actually kind of like that. Deep, it's got some rich colors, so that looks like it's only changed the one in the middle there. Dark makes it real dark. I won't be going with that. What about muted? Muted looks the same as bright. And then colourful. It's a tough one. So for me, we're going to be somewhere between deep and colourful, I think. I think bright's just a bit too bright on that blue, and some of these ones as well are just a bit too there. And I can see like shades like this one here, and some of these being a little bit nicer for bushes and stuff. Where's this one? He's coming from the water, so I might. I'm gonna go with deep. Yeah. Let's go with deep. I want to change this dark color though, because I've already got a black, and yeah, I don't need more black. So maybe like a darker shade of blue or something like that. That's nice. So that's another cool thing for this Adobe Color picker. You can, once you've dragged this image in, you can move these things around to your heart's content. It's fantastic. That's cool, man. That's how I started, certainly. I remember, oh, that's a throwback. Back in like 2012 or something. Making Minecraft texture packs. Oh, good throwback, good throwback. And now I'm learning this at the same time as we're going, so it's going to be a learning experience for both of us. So I'm quite happy with this. I'm quite happy with this now. And I think, can I remember how to save this from here? Can I just hit the save button? No, I need to sign in. I don't want to sign in. Oh, don't tell me that's lost my image. No! Alright, let's get that colour scheme back. So we're using deep, and I took that black and just brought it down here. So I got that blue. We might use this blue for like some water or something. So, as well, me being someone who doesn't really know colour theory very well, my kind of rule of thumb with things is that if I have this selection of colours, I can just shift the saturation and brightness of them to get a whole range of colours, but not change the hue. So that way at least I know everything will be coherent, definitely from like a colour perspective. It might be a good idea to take one or two of these colours and stick them into the actual colour wheel to get something complementary if I want some like standout bits, but we're gonna go with this for now. I do have a job, yeah. This isn't my full-time thing, but I intend on making it my full-time thing. At the moment, other than this, I'm working as a full-time software engineer at a company in the UK, which is, you know, enjoyable. It's good. It's good. All right, let's, on the background, we'll create a new shape here. That's just the size of our background, and you can see there's like a weird outline on him. It's because he's a PNG that I've just dropped in rather than the actual vector shapes that I made him with. So let's do a gradient. We're going to hit the edit gradient button, and yes, you can change the angle. I can never remember if you can like change the angle and things on the gradients, because Illustrator is not, I don't like Illustrator very much because it's got some weird issues like that. Let's try typing this in. 438490. 438390. Was that what it was? Oh, and it's still busted. Like, it's really annoying that it does that. Just copying and pasting makes it poop the bed. Let's check it. 4384. That's it. 438490. Beautiful. That's one. And then I think for the other color we're going to use this more green. 297365. 7365. Like that. Not black and white, preferably. Let's not keep adding things in as well. Alright, edit color. 29. What did I say it was? 297365. 297365. Oh, it just doesn't like it. 297365. Did you see how it picked the color correctly then? And it's just decided now I'm going to be black and white. I don't get it. I don't get why Illustrator does that. It's just a bit sucky, isn't it? Let's make a new one and see if I can do it in here. The answer's no. Oh yeah, I don't understand why Illustrator does that, but it is very frustrating. So what I'm going to do instead, if I create a new like 44 by 44 square, and then I'm going to have I'm going to have this square be single color, and we're going to have it be that 297365 297365, and then in our gradient for the background we will just take that and color pick it. There we go. Tell you what, it probably makes sense to, yeah, let's do that. Let's grab this. We're gonna make a new layer. Just gonna paste it up here, and this is gonna be our colors. Scale them up a little bit so I can see them properly. Maybe not that much. We'll just stick him off the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we've got 5 colors. Stick them next to each other. And let's just copy and paste our colors over. Copy to clipboard. Let's do it in the same order as well, because, you know, why not? Paste that in there. Paste that in there, and then finally our dark blue that we've got. Paste that in there as well. Cool. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to edit this gradient again on the background. We're just going to lock up here, hit the lock symbol on the colors layer so that I don't accidentally move stuff about or anything. I think I've got an extra one in here that I don't need. There we go. And we'll lock the play zone as well so that I don't move around my reference scale. Okay, let's play about with this gradient. Not like that. You are gradient fill. See what we can't do here. So first of all, let's make sure we're actually picking our colors correctly. You're going to be this, and you're going to be, I think we said this one. Yeah, that works. It's actually a lot more vibrant in the background there. So what we might do instead is go for this one as our other color, and then just, you know what, who's to say we can't introduce multiple things here. Let's not have it quite so harsh though. Let's not stick too many in. Maybe we have something like that, but we bring down the brightness and saturation a little bit, so it's not quite as harsh. Nah, I don't like that. Let's give this a bit of an angle. Let's go with maybe something like 72. Nice, that's good. I'm going to take this and make it our darkest one. But we still want some differentiation between our background character here, so we are going to brighten it up a little bit. Just a smidge. Maybe a smidge more than that. There we go, that's cool. Okay, so there's our background gradient that we're going to use. Yeah, I feel the struggle with having too much to do, because the job I've got is a degree apprenticeship. So I do university and work full time every day, 9 till 5:30, and then university for about 6-7 hours a week. If I'm talking about lectures and tutorials. So it eats up a lot of time. It makes it kind of tricky to balance stuff. But if you can create yourself a good schedule and be disciplined about it, I mean, obviously it's dependent completely on your circumstances and, you know, how many hours you're doing. Like if you listen to someone like David Wheel or Thomas Brush or something, if you're doing like, you know, 50-60 hours of work, be that school, employment, caring, whatever, it's probably not realistic to pursue something like this, because it's a lot of effort and a lot of time management. But if you've got a spare couple hours in the evening, ditch watching YouTube videos in that free hour and get on and start learning, because really, like, that's what I do. I do an hour or two a day, barring Fridays or the odd day in the week where I'll spend time with my friends or my girlfriend doing other stuff. But if you've got that spare hour or two a day, or even every other day, use that time to, you know, at least learn things, because then when you do have more free time, you can take that time to start doing this kind of stuff and actually making the game you want to make. Concerning how old I am, I'm 21. But I've been doing like programming and game stuff since I was about 12. So that's like 9 years. Ugh. And I still don't have much to show for it. Right, let's get to putting some shapes in, shall we? I'm going to start with a sun. Let's make a new layer and we're going to call this sun. Yeah, that works. I'm going to lock my background because I don't want to mess with it. Going to go here, ellipsis tool, we're going to use a single color and we're going to use white. Like so. Oof, yeah. That's rough. That's rough. That's quite lengthy. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? So to do this sun, we're just gonna. I'm gonna take these two circles. I'm gonna group them just so I can be working in an isolated box effectively. And we're just gonna take these circles and scale them up progressively and dip the opacity. So we'll take this one down to about 66. Make sure we send it to the back as well. Copy paste again. Take this one, scale it up a bit further, take it down to Funky Town. There we go, about 40. Make sure this is at the back as well. Copy paste again. We're just going to do this a few times to get this nice kind of slow. One more should do it, I think. This nice slow outward gradient. Have that one be really subtle, and we're going to send that as far back as we can as well. Whoops, let's not print that. So this is the start of our sun. At the moment it looks a bit silly. Part of that is because it's so big. We'll go back in here. I'm going to take these layers. Wait a minute. I want to send that one to back. There we go. So now we've got this this hierarchy of circles, and let's, like I was saying, we'll take all of these and we'll just scale them in a little bit. Almost have it get progressively larger as they go out. And that one's going to be our largest. So we've got our nice bright circle in the middle, which is actually let's shrink this down a little bit more as well, actually. Yeah, there we go. That looks decent. So the next step is to create a rectangle, which we want to be in line with the center of our circle and the same size. Oopsie daisy, let's not do that. Same size as our circle as well. And we're going to at a 90 degree, because I want it going from top to bottom. And we're going to simply go from pure white, so 0 saturation, full brightness, to full white transparent, a color. Now the reason it has to be full white transparent, you know, you might be thinking it's transparent, surely it doesn't matter, but of course if we've got this blend going, it's going to blend between the color and the opacity. So around here, if we had it going from green to 0 opacity, for example, it would end up going from white to kind of green to 0 opacity. I'm going to take the base opacity and stick it to about 75, not 7500, about 75. So now we've got this it's almost kind of sunshaft thing going on here. Might scale that out a bit more, in fact, and we'll work out the overall scaling for the sun in a minute. I just want to get it looking pretty decent first. I'm going to go and scale these interior circles down a bit more again, you know. I don't want to do it like that though. Scale these down a bit more. Scale this one down a bit more, and have this one there as well. A little bit more. I'm always like kind of zooming out to see what it looks like and talking about it like I'm an expert, when in fact I have no idea what I'm doing, and this is as much a learning experience for me as it would be for anyone else. So we're just gonna move those in, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, my favorite tool ever, and we're gonna sit that in line with the other one and in line with the circle. And then do the same thing, copy paste, take the whole thing and rotate it through 90 degrees. And then get that lined up like that as well. So now we've got these outwards things, and we're gonna send those back. Oops, Command, not Alt. Yeah, there we go. In fact, I'm gonna go in and with all of these selected, I wonder if I can do this. No, I can't edit the gradient on all of them, unfortunately. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to edit this gradient, and instead of having full white, which I believe is this one, we're going to use one of our colors. So let's get a bit of a zoom out going. We're going to grab our color picker. I'm going to grab this green, and we're just gonna take the saturation, drop it down to almost 0 but not quite there, and make it almost full brightness. Something like that maybe. Let's take it a little bit further. Just slightly less. So it's still, there's a hint of that green in there. It's not quite gone. It's still in there. And then we can copy that same color, BADBCE. I'm gonna copy it and see if Illustrator decides to behave. So I wonder if I can. No, I can't. Let's not do that. Let's go in here, paste that in. Oh, what do you know? It behaved, I think. That doesn't look like grey. It's still, it's a bit too grey. There we go. So we give it like full brightness, that makes it full white basically, more or less. And I might just, it's gonna be like so close to white that it may as well be, but it's not quite white. Is where we're going. Let's copy that, paste that in here, and we're just gonna go and redo these copy pastes. And if I see, here's the thing now, it stands out way too much from this. So I'm gonna have to make it even brighter, brightness up, and even less green, but still not all the way, because I don't want it to be completely white. Oh, I'm doing it on the wrong one, dingus. Still want to have a hint of that green in there. So that's a little bit too far now. Let's just back it off slightly. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Recenter that curve as well, actually. There we go. That's what I'm going for. Let's paste that, rotate it through 180 degrees, position it up in the center. I'm just holding shift to get the perfect angles on the rotation there. And I'm just going to take all of these and we're going to... Oop, that's not lined up. Center, that is both of them. There we go. And you should be center as well. And you should be center as well. Which I think you were. It was pretty close, regardless. So let's move him back. And him back. And him back. So now we've got our sun peeking out underneath there. And the last thing I'm going to do is take this circle, we're going to Control C, Control V, center him up as well, scale it out so it's about this big, pretty big, gradient, circle gradient from the middle, and we're going to use white as our color. White please. So maximum brightness, 0 saturation, just full white as our top color. Circle gradient, damn it. This one, edit gradient, there we go. Have this be maximum brightness, maximum saturation, and we'll just have this same kind of overlay here. We're going to take this this opacity down as well. So now if we back up out of here, we've got this nice kind of bloomy looking sun going, which is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. So this is all one group, which means I can scale it nicely as one thing. Almost looks like a fancy star. We're going to have this existing. This is going to be like in the background of the background. Thank you very much. I appreciate it greatly. Any support is always fantastic, always awesome. And like I say, I wanna help other people out as much as I can as well. So it's much appreciated. Thank you. Right, let's see if we can't make some weird looking tree things, shall we? Let's lock our sun. Even though, actually no, let's not lock the sun. I'm gonna shrink it down a wee bit more because he should be kind of peeking out from the background. We're gonna have some sun shafts and things coming down, and we're gonna use a script in Unity to do some parallax stuff here as well. So the elements in the background move across the axes at different speeds depending on how far back in the scene they are, so that we can get some, you know, a bit more dynamic in here. So let's have a look at some things for reference. Let's have a looky at the type of things that other places do. To be fair, I've made so little progress, but I'm supposed to be finishing up soon. We've got a lot of Alto's Adventure is all very, very simple shapes, very nice, keeping it easy breezy. Good contrast, and the trees are literally triangles, which is so nice. Like, I really love how this game looks. It's beautiful, and so is Neversong. Here we go. So this is the kind of vibe we're going for. We want these thick bushes and big, ominous-looking trees. So we're gonna go for trying to hit something like this, but still keeping it simple, like in Alto's Adventure. So let's start with some bushes. We'll just freeze the sun and pull out a play zone. I'm just gonna Control-C, Control-V that. Snap him in place so he's in line, and then I can just scale this one all the way across. Whoops. All the way across. Oops, not like that, not like that. I don't want to hold Alt, I just want to drag it. So he should be snug with the side there. Do the same thing over here. Get it flush, and I'll just scale that all the way up as well. So these dark areas, like I said, represent the play zone. So for the player, we're going to go 1. We're going to go 2. Stick that in there, like so. Delete these 2. Scale that up, nice. And then I'm just going to grab the other direct selection tool, select that one corner, bring this corner in a bit so it's nice and round, and that just rounds things off a bit more nicely for where the entrance will be for the player. So yeah, bushes. This is where I start getting nervous. So the reason we have our play here is so that we can have a reference for scale. And I think, you know, let's make some tufts of grass. Oh god, it always gets really slow when I'm zoomed in. Let's make some tufts of grass. So these are like things that I'll animate as well, so that when the player runs past they do a little swish, because that type of stuff really makes the world feel, it makes you feel like you're in the world, you know, the player actually has an impact on the things that are going on. So that is the kind of stuff that we want. And these tufts of grass are going to be, you know, they're going to be kind of small. Gonna not do things like that. We'll go in and have a play about with positions of stuff and curves and everything. At the moment we just want to create some nice shapes. That more or less have a kind of grassy feel about them. Which at the moment, this is not. More looks like a weird sticky outy claw. But you know, I think we can work with it. We can work with it. Just got some bits to fix here. Let's take this anchor and just shift it down. Bring it in on this side so it's sharp. I'm going to bring this anchor in a fair bit because I don't want it to be quite so thick. Oh, come on, mate. There we go. We can play about with the angle of these to keep the curve not quite as aggressive. I want to bring this one way up in here and bring this way across as well. I'm just making like a claw here. It's kind of the fun of not knowing what I'm doing. I'm just like experimenting with stuff. So if we take this, scale it up a bit, and I'm gonna copy paste it. Scale it through this way, give it a bit of rotation and scale it down as well, something like that. I might be able to sneak it in somewhere. To keep the tough looking tufty. Or looking more tufty anyway. Just gonna make sure I keep an eye on it compared to the player. I mean, look at him. He's just gonna be stood here next to his plant, being all like, what on earth is this? What on earth is this? Let's not do tufts of grass. Let's not do tufts of grass. Let's do bushes. Ellipse tool. Circle. Circle number. Oopsie daisy. Circle number 1. Let's go real quick and get the right color as well. What color should we go for? Let's go with this one. We can make this quite rich. Make some nice bushes out of this. Let's pick a shade. I'm gonna make it a bit darker, and I'm gonna up the saturation as well. Make it a bit more vibrant. Nice. Circle number 1. Circle number 2. Circle number 3. And let's do circle number 4 like this. It's gonna need instantly, I mean, you can look at it and see this thing is gonna need some more differentiation between it and the background. And we're also gonna need to close up some of these bottom points. So we're gonna grab our rectangle tool real quick and just go from, let's just draw a square so we can get it in there. we're going to go from the edge here. Make sure it's no lower than the bottom of the circle. And bring it over. To about here. Bring this circle down. Bring it in a bit as well. And what we're gonna do is bring this bottom corner in this way and curve it in a bit as well. Let's make sure this stays covering up that edge. Then we'll take all the shapes that we got here, head over to our properties and alt click that button to create one shape. But we can work on all other things here at the same time, so let's darken it up a whole bunch. There we go, much clearer. So this is the type of bush that we might stick, you know. Whoop, if it all, come on. There we go. It might stick somewhere over here, like in a corner, or just hanging about in an edge or something. But this will go in the background behind the player. So I tell you what, sort out our layers. Gonna make a new layer called Playzone Env. Env being short for environment. Lock the play zone, paste our little bush back in. There we go. So what I want to do is mess with some gradient stuff. So I'll actually, if I paste it again, and then on this one, change the color to a gradient, and we're going to change the gradient angle. Not like that. Whoops. To be kind of with where the sun is coming in. Something like this. And we'll have this first color. Whoop. Let's do it like that. Have this first color. If I can stop clicking on the wrong things. Color pick this green. Do the same thing here. Opacity 0. And we'll do the same kind of thing that we did with the sun on here. We're just gonna make it really bright and really low saturation. We can kind of stick it over the top. And the idea that I want to get is I want to have this give some more depth. So we might actually need to do it per shape rather than for the whole thing. Which, you know, this we can work with too. We hop in here. We should be able to just change. Or will it be weird because it's all one thing? Let's go like that and hop in here and see what we can do. Yeah, it just does the one thing because I've made it all into one shape. Whoops. We'll go with it. We'll go with it for now. We'll roll with the punches. Let's bring this opacity down a bit though, maybe like 60. Just have it be like real soul in on the top here. Why is it always coming from there, I wonder? Can I bring it from here? Yes, I can. Alright, we're going like that, I guess, then. Ah, I need to do it as separate objects, really, don't I? Yeah. I need to do it as separate objects. I wonder what would I have to do to split this up. Seeing as it's all individual shapes, I wonder if I can break it up. What's the window called? Is it the Pathfinder? Yeah. Expand compound shape. There we go. No. That's done the opposite of what I wanted to do. I'm taking it further. Alright. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go in here, hop out, paste. Boom. Now we can see what we're doing. And we'll use this same shape with our gradient, like this. Coming in on this kind of angle. Yeah. Something like that. Cool. Copy paste. Bring it in center of this. Shift Alt, scale down. Oh, that's not center. There we go, that's center. Shift Alt, scale up. Copy paste. Where's the center of this one? There it is. Scale him in like that. And then this little boy over here as well. I feel like that's a really convoluted way of doing things, but couldn't think how to do it. So then what we need to do is just remove the respective undersides or top sides for not like that. Not like that either. That's close though. Tell you what, let's do this the stupid way. Copy paste that over the top, center, select this one, and then remove front. And that still leaves us with our nice thing here. And we'll have this one in the background as well. So we'll Control C, Control V, center. Okay, now we've got a bit of a bushy shrub thing kind of going here. And I'm going to just use the color picker on this. No, not like that. Never mind. We're going to adjust it a little bit. Make it a bit brighter. So it kind of sits a bit closer to that that dark green on the underside, because it's sticking out a little bit like a sore thumb in a lot of places. Yeah, it looks not too bad. Could definitely be way better though. So what I'm gonna do as a last thing is I want to create some of this kind of texture, these leaves like we got going on here. Have them get in on this. And we did a similar thing, or a kind of that type of thing with the haiku what's it, but we're going to try and do this a bit better. it might end up being quite similar actually. Let's start off with a square. Single colour. I want it to be a square. There we go. Let's delete this one. Take this, give it a rotate. Like so. Gonna take this bottom anchor and bring it down a whole bunch. Take these two, give them a curve in. And we have ourselves a leaf. Albeit a very simple one. We'll give this one at the bottom a little bit of a curve in as well. Leaf. Nice. Actually, you know what? Let's give the one at the top a bit of a curve in as well. I don't want it to be super pointy. Maybe somewhat like that. Yeah, that's cool. So now we got our little leaf. I want to rotate him so he's exactly 90 degrees. I want him to be pointing straight up. Wait, come here. Is that flat? I'll assume it is. We're going to create a tiny circle. We tried doing this trick in the last live stream. We want it to be perfectly centered with the leaf. And then we're going to group it. And we are going to do effect, transform, do it about an angle of 360 degrees. Whoops! Ah, you bum. And we want, no, we want 360 divided by however many leaves we want. So how many leaves do we want? Let's say 75. And we'll do 360 divided by 75. Not 660, 360. There we go. And now, theoretically, if we go in here, grab our leaf and move it up, straight up, it should not be doing what it's doing, but it is. So this is the same problem that we ran into last time, in that it's creating the circle. I can never figure out how to fix this issue. Or maybe, let's grab them both. I feel like that's just going to move. Stop. Yeah, it just moves the whole thing. Okay, let's take this. Oh, there's not going to be any easy way to get around this. Stop. Grab this, move it up. We want this to kind of exist over the top of our circle here. Don't we? Let's go back in here again. Oh, did something weird there. What did I do there? Did I like copy it? I think I must have done. It's where things go weird. Let's back out of here. Let's reduce this transform down to 50 because, whoops, 50 because 75 is a bit many, and we'll do again 360 divided by 50. Sitting roughly around the edge of our shape. And for these ones, I'm gonna give them a gradient as well. But it's gonna be this dark green, 100% opacity. And I want it to be coming in this direction. Like that. And we'll have this be the same dark green. No, not white. Dark green. Okay, not dark green. But a bit lighter. Would have been nice if it was actually doing that in my thing here. But no, it wants to be annoying. Nah, I'm not feeling that. Not feeling that. Especially not underneath there. Especially not underneath there. Nah, delete. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to give some texture to this bush. There's a little bush here. And create some nice depth in the background with the trees. We could probably lay that out somewhat. If we have, gonna have some more grey, like dark greys. It's gonna be above the sun. It's gonna be BG layers. We'll have like. Just grab our colour picker so I can pick a colour here. Actually, you know what? We're going to use this blue. We're going to use this blue because it's got that kind of cold grey vibe about it. I'll make it a fair bit darker as well. We're just going to smack a square right in here. And of course, work some more texture, kind of like this kind of thing. I think to start with, I want to give it a curve, so we're going to use pen tool just to whack in some new anchors. Here and here. Grab these two, move them across this way, and then simply take that and turn it into a curve. Let's just make sure we've got that colour saved. We'll use a gradient. Oh, give it a minute, it's on the freeze. Can have different points on the tree. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't want to do that though. have the nope. The lighter side over here. It's done it again. Illustrator, why are you like this? Why is it doing that? Is it because of this one? It can't be because of this one. If I paste it in here, it's not going to make any difference. It's still going to give me like just normal grey. If I go in here and actually look at it, it's just black and white. What's up with that, Illustrator? Hey, what's that all about? Hey. We got 334C4F. 334C4F. Enter. There we go. And now it's just messed up the gradient. What's that all about? Hey. I don't know. Is it because I'm not editing the gradient? I swear that shouldn't make a difference. 334F. That definitely hasn't got a colour, does it? No, it doesn't. So weird. So weird. And now it's working absolutely fine. Right, let's drop that down. Drop that down. Where's my edit gradient button? There it is. I'm gonna just move this across. So we got a bit more light on the one side than we do on this side. And we'll change the angle a little bit as well. Give it like 12. Minus 12. Going down. Send him back one. Let's see if I can whack on like a drop shadow. Shadow. Yeah. Color is just going to be black. Take the blur way up. Okay, that's moving it up. I want to move it down. Put it like 15. No, need more. More. 50. Maybe not so much. Let's just stick it at 0. Ah. Gonna give opacity as well, maybe like 45. Swear down that didn't even change it. Swear down that didn't even change it. Am I being crazy? I feel like I'm being crazy. I am. What? I'm gonna roll with it for the time being, because I just kinda don't want to work much harder. Where we can create these different kind of shapes with this tree. Let's whack some curves in here. It's got this nice bendy shape. Yeah. Just these super simple shapes. Do this. If I scale it like that, it is going to mess with the gradient, but that's okay. Because everything's still consistent, and then I can whack some leaves and stuff in. This is probably going to be the hardest area to do visually, just because there's so much. There's going to be so many elements. It's going to be really dense. I'll probably have to recruit some help for coming up with this one. But we're going to keep playing with it. We're going to keep moving. We're going to keep starting. Though I am going to end the stream now because I want to go to sleep. So yeah, I want to just say thank you to anybody who's come to watch. It's always a pleasure having you guys here and doing these things, keeping the channel moving, and being able to share this process and progress with you guys. It's good to be able to keep myself accountable for these things. So yeah, big thank you to anyone who supports me, who's subscribed. If you're not subscribed already, make sure to hit that button, hit the bell. Help me out with the YouTube algorithm and all that stuff. Leave a comment if you enjoyed, or if you didn't. And we're going to be hosting a Q&A soon, because we hit 100 subs, and I want to answer any questions that you guys have. So make sure to leave questions at the bottom of devlogs. We'll be putting a new devlog up later in the week, either Friday or Saturday. I just need to get around to finishing it, but as soon as we do, it'll be posted. You get notified on YouTube if you're subscribed, and on Instagram if you're not, or if you are. If you're not following on Instagram, go do that. Shubadog Studios, as it says on screen. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon.